To say that journaling has changed my life is an understatement. I used to be such an anxious person, so much so that I would stress out about the most random and smallest things for absolutely no reason. Like, I would go down a spiral for no reason at all. But then I got back to journaling because I used to do it as a kid, but then fell out of touch with it. And slowly it brought me so much more light, joy. It made me feel so much more serene and helped me gain back clarity about me and my life in general. But aside from relieving you from anxiety, because maybe that's not what you're dealing with right now, there are so many beautiful things that can come out of journaling, and I truly believe that anyone can benefit from it. I think there is a Dear Diary moment that is associated with the whole idea of journaling that is turning off a lot of people from getting into it, understandably so. But there are so many different types of journaling that I am convinced there is something for everyone. And since journaling has so profoundly changed my life, today I wanted to share with you the different types of journaling that I have tried and that I've experienced with that has really helped me, in the hopes that you could probably find the perfect fit for you. But before we deep dive into journaling, I have some exciting news for you. I have created the perfect journal for you if you are in a place right now where you really want to level up in your life, but you constantly find yourself being held back by your own inability to take actions, but also your limiting beliefs. This journal includes a lot of prompts that are going to help you do the inner work that you need to do for you to become your higher self, but also it has a lot of monthly and daily planners that are going to help you stay on track with your goals and just keep pushing in the right directions. The best news is that the journal is completely free and it is pretty. I have developed it in 3 different colors to suit everyone's aesthetic taste. So we have it available in sky, pistachio, and espresso. So check them out. You can download it for free from the link below. And for the longest time, I actually thought I would make it a paid product because of how much value there is in this journal. It is all the prompts that I have used for my own inner work to get me to the place where I am now, where I feel so much more joy and happiness, and I feel so much at peace in my mind, and that is just priceless. But it's also the journal that I just keep doing every single day of my week to help me push in the right directions. There is so much value in it that I was like, I don't want anyone to miss out from this, and I want it to be accessible to anyone who needs it in their lives right now. I don't want anyone to have an excuse not to work on themselves, is what I'm trying to say right now. It really is a journal that can turn someone's lives around like it did for me. So check it out, download it from the link below, and let me know what you think, because obviously this is a first version and I think I am going to try to launch another one in the beginning of next year. So let me know what you think, because your input is going to be so precious for the new improved version coming up next year. Anyways, let's go back to our video and talk about the different types of journaling. Narrating. I would say this is probably one of the easiest type of journaling, and it is perfect if you are starting to journal. This type of journaling is basically when you're recounting events of your day or the day before. It is very much a Dear Diary cliche kind of journaling, but it is great for you to start writing. Then once you get comfortable with just like writing, you can go ahead and add some emotions and reflections to it. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean. So let's say that yesterday you went for dinner with some friends and you want to write about that. Instead of just writing, yesterday I went out for dinner with XYZ and this is what I ate, you're going to dig a little deeper and add some more insights to it. So you're going to maybe think about how your friends made you feel throughout dinner. Did they leave you, did they bring you joy, or did they leave you feeling drained? Adding some insights and just like attaching some more reflection to your writing is going to give you a lot of clues about what you like, what you don't like, the people that actually bring you a lot of energy and comfort, and the people that you might want to stay away from. It's going to help you identify patterns about you and help you understand yourself better. Morning pages. The next type of journaling that you should try is the morning pages. It is a technique invented by Julia Cameron, and she talks about it in her book, The Artist's Way. So it's basically in the morning, the first thing that you do, you're going to write 3 pages. It's 3 pages where you just write anything and everything that comes to your mind. There's no real rules. And according to the book, The Artist's Way, it is proved to really help free your mind right when you wake up, just like clear your mind so that you can start fresh and feel very light for your day. And it's also known to boost creativity. Although I did not personally stick to this method for a long time, I do think that it is a really cool type of journaling because there is no rule and it does not need to make sense. You know, if one morning you wake up and you want to talk about what you dreamt of, this is what you do. If one morning you just want to like brainstorm about this new idea that you have, that's okay too. And if one morning you just want to write about all the thoughts that are popping in your mind, then that's fine too. I really like the fact that there is no rule and you can just make it your own. The only reason why I did not stick to it is because 3 pages for me is a lot in the morning, and at some point it became this daunting task that I had to do, like to write 3 pages, and I was not always inspired or did not always have the time to write 3 pages, but I do find myself sometimes just taking 1 page and just pour everything that comes to my mind because I really do like the free writing aspect of the morning pages. And anyways, I do feel like you should still give it a try to see how it goes for you. And same, you know, if ever you feel like 3 pages is too much for you, no one is saying you cannot do less, you know. Write 1 page if that works for you and see how it goes. Scripting. Now, this form of journaling is arguably the most powerful form of journaling and definitely the one that I prefer. If you are not familiar with the term scripting, it is almost like another type of manifestation technique, but instead of looking at your vision board and visualizing the life of your dreams, you're actually writing the life of your dreams as if it has already happened. For instance, you could be writing about your ideal day in your dream life. Or if you are right now in a place where you really want to find the one, you know, the ideal person for you, then you can script everything about that person, you know, how he looks like, how he is with you, how he makes you feel. Scripting is describing this future event that you dream of as if it has already happened and as if it is your reality now. But as I mentioned, you need to let yourself indulge in all the feels that this reality is going to bring to you. This is key because when you let yourself be transported by emotions that are attached to your dream life, and I'm guessing those emotions are happiness and pure bliss, then it is putting yourself in a very specific and high frequency that is going to help you attract more of those feelings and realities attached to that frequency. Long story short, this is how manifestation actually works. Plus, scripting is going to bring you a lot of clarity that is going to help you understand what it is that you truly want. I love scripting so much, not only because it works so well, but also because when I am scripting, I am dreaming. And dreaming right when you wake up is a beautiful feeling that is going to stay with you your whole day, and that is just going to fill you with so much happiness and joy. I just find that it is a great way to start the day, and also it is a great way to keep me motivated to continue to work towards the life of my dreams. So I definitely would say that if I had to choose one journaling method, it would be scripting for sure. Gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling might be one of the easiest type of journaling and yet so fulfilling. And it is very self-explanatory, so it's basically where you're going to list 3 to 5 things that you're very grateful for. It takes 5 minutes, but it can make the biggest difference, not only in your mindset, because you are going to be so much more grateful in life afterwards in general, but also in the tone of your day. You see, as humans, we are kind of wired to always notice all the little things that are annoying us and that are not happening in the way that we want. But when we are practicing gratitude, you kind of like turn the tables and you switch your mindset to start noticing all the great things that are happening in your life. And another great thing about gratitude journaling and just having like a very grateful mindset in general is that it will set you up for success to start attracting more of the things that you will be grateful for. I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but it's like we go through life with those tinted glasses, and switching to a gratitude mindset is going to help us stop being oblivious to all the great things that are already happening in our lives and start feeling blessed for everything that we have, because we truly are. I love doing a gratitude list in the morning because it helps me start my day on a very positive note. Listicles. Okay, so if you're not into writing paragraphs about how you feel and what you're thinking, then maybe this type of journaling is more appropriate for you. Listicles are exactly what they sound like. They are lists, and they can be about anything and everything. They can be about things that make you happy, things that make you sad, a list of your highlights or lowlights from the previous months, maybe a bucket list for your next month or for an upcoming travel, a list of the experiences and memories that you really cherish that you do not want to forget, a list of the foods that does not really agree with you, or even a to-do list. The list goes on. The cool thing about writing lists is that the format is very accessible to anyone, because I think at some point everyone has written a list of something. But I think that lists are actually a very therapeutic thing to write because of its format and its structure. And it's a great way to just like articulate or dump your thoughts on a specific topic. And I don't know about you, but personally, I love writing lists because it just makes me feel like I'm a bit more in control, which is something I like. Story-worthy journaling. This journaling method is so interesting. I learned about it from Ali Abdaal's video on journaling, which I definitely recommend, by the way. It's a great guide for you to get into journaling as well. But it's basically when you write about one event of your day in a very cinematic and special way. The way that I see it is kind of like injecting some main character energy in a moment that would be otherwise very average or banal. Because let's be honest, life is not always extraordinary, nor does it need to be. But I feel like if we are able to turn a moment that is very normal and average into something that is very special, it might help us channel more of that main character energy and make our life more story-worthy. To be honest, I have only started experimenting with that method of journaling very recently, so I cannot really attest to how it has helped me in my self-development journey per se. But I do really love the exercise. I think it's so creative to just pick out a random moment and kind of like romanticize it. And I just think that it's a very cool thing to do, and it's gonna be fun to look back on those journal entries where I just talk about something very normal and average, but yet it sounds so much cooler. Affirmations. A few months ago, I had interviewed a friend on my channel on how she managed to turn her life around after a big breakup. And one of the things that she said was that the affirmations were key to this like pivotal moment in her life. As someone who had to start from scratch and is now running a very successful business, she was explaining how affirmation really helped her kind of like reinvent herself and break free from her limiting beliefs in order for her to reach higher. At the end of the day, it kind of makes sense. If you keep repeating the same things over and over again, or if you keep writing the same things over and over again, you are going to start believing that. And it is going to rewire your brain, so much so that it is going to trick yourself to believing that this is now your reality and your truth, and you're going to start acting from that place. The way that I personally go about writing my affirmations is I would either like identify a weakness of mine and turn it into a strength and write an affirmation about that, Or I would identify something that I would like to have, as a skill or as a personality trait, and turn that into an affirmation. For instance, let's say that something that you really struggle with is discipline, and so you really want to work on that. So one affirmations that you can write is, I am a very disciplined person and I always do what I say I'm going to do. Or let's say that, one of the things that you really want in life is a very close group of girlfriends. Then one affirmation that you can write is, I am surrounded by like-minded women that bring me so much joy and comfort. But whatever it is, the key to unlocking the power of affirmations is to writing it day in and day out, because it is only when you do that, when you write it over and over and over again, that you will start believing it to your core. Journal prompts. And finally, a good way to get into journaling is to use journal prompts, and I swear there are a ton of them out there. Even if you go on Pinterest, and depending on what you want to work on, there is a journal prompt for you for sure. Yes, you have journal prompts that can lead you to very deep reflections about your life and your goals and how you see yourself in your future. But you also have very fun and casual ones that can, help you go down memory lane and revisit some of your childhood memories that you really want to cherish so much. Or even just like help you get out of your head and your reality for a bit and just dream a little bit, because it does not have to be always so serious. Before ending this video, I just want to say the great thing about journaling is that it is a personal check-in with yourself, so you need to feel free to do whatever you want to. There is no right or wrong way to journal. It is supposed to be a judgment-free zone where you are expressing yourself and you are exploring yourself, and it is designed to make you feel better. I personally could never stick with just one type of journaling because I would get kind of bored. So every morning I kind of check in with myself to see what I need and what would be best for me in that moment. And so in the mornings that I feel a bit anxious, then I'll just be pouring my heart out. Sometimes all I can think of are lists, and that's what I do. And sometimes I don't have much time, so I'm just going to be listing 3 things I'm very grateful for. And regarding the frequency of journaling, there is no right or wrong way to do things. We all have very different schedules, so do whatever you can. I'm going to say, do not start with trying to journal every single day of the week, because that is just going to lead you to burnout, and that is not what we want. Maybe you start with once a week, a few minutes, and then you build up on that. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Do not forget to download the journal. Number 1, because it's free. Number 2, it's pretty and you're gonna love it. But also, if you are in a place right now where you're really trying to level up in your life, which I know you all girls are, then this is going to be such a great support system, trust me. Try it out and let me know what you think. I cannot wait for your feedback, and I will see you soon for another video.